So in a recent episode of Make It Real, we built the world's first plasma-based lightsaber. And that video pushed our channel over 10 million subscribers. So YouTube sent us the diamond play button. So naturally, we're gonna see what happens when we try and cut it in half. Will it shatter into 10 million pieces? Will it melt? Let's find out. $10 million subscribers. Wow, we got the diamond play button. In fact, we're actually making a bunch of mini diamond play buttons so you guys can own a piece of the channel history too, but more on that later. Now, I'll be honest, I've always wanted to make it big on YouTube, but for a long time it really was just a pipe dream. But I still worked hard, I formed a great team of people around me, and the channel grew, and grew, and grew. It's pretty incredible what we've all accomplished here together. I'm talking about you guys too, because we couldn't have done it without you guys, our subscribers. So I want to do a little heart-to-heart and tell you guys a bit about the journey and where Hacksmith Industries is headed in the future. Now, I know some of you might be longtime fans, but some of you might also just want to see me cut my prestigious play button in half with a lightsaber, which is completely fine. So skip ahead to this timestamp to watch that. All right, are they gone? Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there, and I'll tell you about how I became the smith of a place called YouTube Air. It's probably gonna be cringy either way we do it. Okay, seriously though. Normally for these milestones, we do a compilation video showing off the best of our projects. If you haven't seen them, I'd recommend you check them out. I also went through all of my old videos and I picked out some of the most important ones that actually tell the story of the history of this channel. I've put them all into a playlist linked below. I've also pinned comments below every video with a commentary about why that video is important to Hacksmith Industries history. But for this milestone, I want to talk a little less about content and more about what it's like to be a YouTuber, about the business I've built, and where I'm planning on taking Hacksmith Industries in the next 5 to 10 years. It's a bit of a doozy. So, what is it like being a YouTuber? Well, it's different for every creator, so I'm only going to comment on what it's like being the Hacksmith. To be honest, it isn't all sunshine and robots. Sure, it has its perks. I get plenty of extraordinary experiences. I get to build epic functional prototypes and share it with the world. I get a bunch of free stuff. I get to be set on fire regularly. I'm recognized by people all over the world, and I'm always doing something different every day. There's no chance to be bored. I'm tremendously fortunate and really appreciate what I have. It's pretty crazy that I went from CGI lightsabers back in 2006 to making a real one with my team 14 years later. But honestly, it has really been a challenging journey for me personally. As you know, I'm very active with our community. I'm very active on social. I try and read almost all comments. By the way, there's over 500,000 of them on YouTube. And yeah, like 99% are positive, but that 1% of negative feedback, that's still the equivalent of a few full-length novels about people complaining about me, what I'm doing, and no one prepares you for that. I'm not trying to make this into a sob story or anything, but honestly, it is really hard. Everyone has an opinion, and being in the spotlight makes you the center of attention for feedback. And it really sucks. I spent the last 5 years of my life working 80+ hours a week, creating projects and content for the world to enjoy for free. But lots of people still feel the need to complain, oh, that project wasn't good enough, why didn't you do it this way? You should have done this or this. And yeah, that's really hard. We do our best, we try and make the best and the most content we can, a video a week. It's not easy to do. There's a set of unrealistic expectations for creators from their audiences. We spent 8 months designing and building that lightsaber and distilled it down into an 18-minute video. But we need to do that every single week, again and again, the week after that, the week after that. And I've been doing that for 5 years straight. Grant Thompson was a good friend of mine and the closest thing I had to a mentor for all this kind of stuff. Dealing with demanding fans, building a business, trying to have your own life besides YouTube. He used to tell me to take a break, a sabbatical, go on vacation, come hang out in Utah. I visited him once and I wish I had visited him more. He had broke free from the chains of YouTube and started living for himself. For the first time in a long time, he was happy. I still have the last text he ever sent me. He was always so supportive, caring, and understanding, and I wish he was still here. It's made me realize how short life really is. The way the YouTube platform is set up, we have to keep pushing out content, original content, to stay relevant, to keep our audience, to make money, to stay in business. I've enjoyed the odd article here and there calling me the real-life Tony Stark, but the problem is Tony Stark isn't even real. He isn't realistic, he isn't even feasible. Even Tony couldn't live up to Tony. Great inventors work with assistants and teams and businesses. I want to make a difference in this world, and I can't do it alone. So I tried to get people to help. The idea was to bring together a group of remarkable people to see if we could become something more. But I've seen lots of comments as of late complaining about how I don't do anything anymore. People complaining about how I built a team, a business, and I'm not building every single project anymore. The thing is, though, I can't work on all these projects myself, and I shouldn't. People working together is what pushes society forwards, and it's the whole reason we've gotten to where we are. It's because I treated the YouTube channel like a business, and I grew a team, which grew our resources, our abilities to make bigger and better projects. None of this would have been possible without my team. I'll always be the Hacksmith, but the channel has grown beyond me, which is why, effective immediately, the channel is now called Hacksmith Industries. I really do love the work we're doing, pushing the envelope of engineering, turning fiction into reality. And so does the rest of the Hacksmith team. Where else can you go to work to build lightsabers or Iron Man gear? I've created these incredible job opportunities and built a team that shares my vision and helps me achieve my goals. Could I have run this channel by myself without a team? Sure. Would I be at 10 million subscribers today? Not a chance. Would I be working on as complicated projects? Probably not. Would I be posting weekly videos? Hell no. Do you know why I started this business? I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to change the world. I wanted to send a ripple through the universe. The problem is, in this day and age, you need to be a big business to make that difference. I knew I had to scale what we were doing if we really wanted to have an impact. And I've had a rough plan of how to do that since 2013. So without further ado, I want to talk about my master plan. And yeah, I stole the whole master plan title from Elon Musk. He always has a thing for dramatics. I do too. So I wrote part 1 of my master plan about 5 years ago, and it's almost complete. It really wasn't all that complicated and basically consisted of the following steps. Step 1, build a profitable and internationally recognized YouTube channel and brand. Check. Use that money to develop and grow our manufacturing and engineering capabilities to build better projects while inspiring makers around the world. Check. Use that exposure to establish industry partnerships to further expand our capabilities and resources. Check. Develop Site 2, Hacksmith Industries Research Campus, a multi-acre property with room for expansion for over a dozen buildings. You see, I always saw YouTube as a stepping stone, not an end goal. Sure, I could make a ton of money off YouTube, go live on a remote island somewhere, and retire. But that's not my style. I figured building a YouTube channel would be a direct path to building an international brand and business, which would enable me to have the real impact on the world. But don't worry, I don't ever plan on stopping video uploads. Ironically, but in a good way, I think the channel alone has already had a huge impact in the world, inspiring tens of thousands of people to study and pursue careers in STEM fields. But that's not enough for me. I want to do more, which is where Master Plan Part 2 comes in, defining the next 5 to 10 years of Hacksmith Industries. No pressure, right? First, we need to build Hacksmith Industries Research Campus, which we're actively working on. The current headquarters here is great, but it's just a lease, and we're going to need more room to accomplish Phase 2. So Ian and I have actually already started looking at commercial properties in the area. The challenge is finding a big enough property for my grand plans and one we can afford. So Master Plan Part 2. I'm not retiring, I'm never retiring. I need to continue to create. So part of the master plan is just that, which has been the theme of this entire journey. Grow the business bigger, gather more resources, take on bigger challenges, and improve the world. The never-ending cycle of innovation. Looking forwards, we need to clearly define what we want to achieve, then work backwards to determine how to get there. So what do I want to achieve? First, we want to continue to innovate and inspire. One of our leading values in making inventions that aren't exactly commercially viable, put simply, sometimes we do things for shits and giggles. It's important to continue to push that envelope of technology, test new ideas, and see what's possible. After all, some of the greatest inventors were told, "You're crazy." That won't work. Next, we want to improve the quality of life. Technology advances society. And while we're great at entertaining and inspiring others, we also want to make and sell real products that allow everyone to live a better life. Products that benefit mankind and ensure our survival as a species. Starting with simple EDC items that simplify your life, all the way to exoskeletons and other human augmentation technologies. But that's the real moonshot here, the real-life Stark Industries goal. Even though I don't want to be Tony Stark, I love the idea of a future where exoskeletons are common for difficult labor, physical disabilities are solved with technology, giving people superhuman abilities, and maybe, just maybe, a future where superheroes exist. But to start, we'll focus on the everyday carry items. Finally, we want to give back to the community by sharing and educating. Collaboration breeds innovation, and we need to support our community and give people the knowledge and tools and resources they need to make the future we all want to live in. Makerspaces, for instance, with built-in business incubators, paired with venture capitalists to take an idea all the way to reality. And if we figure out a good way to do it, we'd want to expand on an international scale. So how do we accomplish all of that? We need to continue to build the Hacksmith brand, reach, capabilities, and resources, and partnerships by growing the team, creating more content, new video series, and diversifying our revenue streams. We want to launch an official in-house online store to sell quality Hacksmith products with international distribution. We want to use the engineering capabilities, social reach, and online store to continue to develop and sell new technology products that better mankind. And we want to give back to the world by inspiring, educating, and enabling people to succeed. We want to do that by expanding the Hacksmith internship program and developing additional educational programs. So yeah, that's the plan. I hope you like it. If not, that's okay. It's my plan, not yours. But that's enough of this heart-to-heart. While I do love Make It Real, I've always wanted to try hosting a cooking show. Welcome to the first episode of Cooking with a Hacksmith. Today, we're going to be preparing a very traditional YouTuber dish, roasted diamond 10 million subscriber Playbutton au gratin. First up, you're going to want to preheat your oven to 450 degrees. You're going to want to make sure you have a fresh diamond 10 million subscriber Playbutton. You can tell this one is fresh because we don't have 11 million subscribers yet. Now, if you don't have a diamond 10 million subscriber Playbutton, simply start a YouTube channel and attract 10 million subscribers. That's only the entire population of Sweden. So I've gone ahead and greased an oven-ready pan, and now we can add some seasoning. Let's start with some salt. Now, since a 10 million subscriber diamond Playbutton has such a strong kick of a taste, it's important to balance that out with a bit of pepper. That looks delicious. Rosemary and thyme. And finally, a dash of lemon. Perfect. Now we just have to put it in the oven. Place the Playbutton on the middle oven rack and roast for 5 minutes per pound of diamond 10 million subscriber Playbutton. It's important to roast this in order to avoid shattering. While we're waiting for that, did you know our YouTube members and Patreon supporters get tons of exclusive benefits for supporting the channel? We decided to make a little memorabilia for this awesome 10 million subscriber milestone. So we've actually made a limited quantity of these little diamond Playbuttons that you can buy to own a piece of Hacksmith Industries history. Who knows, maybe they'll be worth some money someday. The link's in the description below, and if you're a Patreon supporter or a YouTube member, we'll be sending everyone a 50% off coupon through the platform if you want to own a piece of history. Plus, if you become a member today, you can still get that coupon and get awesome perks like seeing our videos early, access to some of our CAD files of our projects, exclusive invites to some of our events right here at Hacksmith Industries, and of course, merch discounts for our merch store. To become a YouTube member, hit that join button right next to subscribe or check out the link in the description below. I think it's done. That's good, because I'm getting kind of tired of this cooking show. All right, so we've preheated the diamond Playbutton in the oven to 550 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 300 degrees Celsius. And the reason we did this is because we don't want the glass to break when we cut it. Because if you superheat glass in one specific section and the rest of it's cold, it actually causes it to shatter. So let's get started.
All right, let's see what happens. I'm gonna try heating it from the back so we can see if we can get that diamond Playbutton to pop. I'm heating the Hacksmith logo on the rear side. It looks pretty cool. I am literally burning my name on the back of the diamond Playbutton. What the is on the other side of the table, guys? It looks disgusting. The table is warping, guys. It's billowing up. The table is melting. I think the Playbutton is starting to get orange, can you tell? Look how much is billowing up. Look, it's touching the Playbutton in the middle now. It wasn't doing that before. I think the Playbutton is turning orange. I can't really tell because I'm wearing goggles. Unexpected. Can we get a thermal cam and an IR cam, something? Oh, it's starting to do something. The chrome plating up the back is starting to be affected. I see a divot. We are melting. We are melting from the back. It's gonna drip soon. The table is crazy warped. Because it should start glowing soon. There's literally a pool of molten Playbutton on the table. Are we at the diamond yet? I'm so close.
Oh.
You see it?
I see the pool there. Yeah.
Nope, we're through, look. Wow.
That's so cool.
Oh, it's so bright. Oh, it's so bright. Oh my god, that's so cool. Here we go. Oh my god. Can we get to the front side? Here we go. Did not mean to do that. We did it!
All right, there you have it. We actually managed to cut our play button in half using our lightsaber. And in fact, take a look at the table. We almost melted a hole through the table as well. It's completely warped now. It was on fire as well. And we've got all this internal play button metal, which I think maybe we'll cast this into a future Hacksmith project. I think that'd be kind of cool. But either way, we're gonna have to frame this. Look at all the beautiful colors. We've got purples and greens and blues and orange. I think this is better than a regular play button.